All right, before I get started with this live hangout and my review of WWE Night of Champions, I gotta give some shout outs to the homies that showed up to my live review. First off, shout out to my boy Nero, someone that I've known for a long time. Shout out to my boy Piznick64, my homie Heel Steven, my homie Weston, Wrestling Fan 42. I see you. Happy birthday to you once again, Weston. And also a shout out to Aisha Abbas. Shout out to who else joined? Jerry joined. Justin joined for a little bit. I don't know what his YouTube name is, but he joined my little live chat for a little bit. And then Kurt Siegel Jr. for joining in on the YouTube, on the Skype live chat. That was fun, guys. We got to talk about some professional wrestling, got to joke around a little bit. That's what I like doing. I like talking to people about professional wrestling. So thank you all very much for joining in on that fun and that madness. And hopefully we have people joining in on this live stream madness of WWE Night of Champions review. And oh, what the fuck? When did I post this in different language? Oh my God. YouTube just said that I posted Night of Champions review differently, maybe because I put Hell No in the title, but YouTube made me post it in a different language. So, yeah. But anyways, let's get started on this Night of Champions 2015 review by the WWE, live in Houston, Texas, sponsored by Mattel Create a Superstar, which, by the way, the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, the wrestlers already look goofy, but now you can make the wrestlers 10 times more goofy with all the adjustments that you can do on them with these action figures. Oh my God. What happened with just playing with the wrestling action figures the way they are made? Why do we have to make Seth Rollins wear a caveman suit or give Roman Reigns a robotic arm? Like, oh my God, that's just ridiculous if you ask me. But that's what WWE is being sponsored by nowadays. Remember when Skittles and all these other legit companies would sponsor WWE? Nowadays, WWE has to sponsor themselves in these shows. It's either their own shit or their own products, the products that sponsor them the most. It's like, God dang. Find some new sponsors, WWE. But tonight's show, we are at the pre-show. I'm not really going to go into full detail about it. It's just pretty much a bunch of video packages. The Cosmic Wasteland defeated Neville and the Lucha Dragons. As expected, the heels are going over. They're going to try and push the Cosmic Wasteland. I don't know why, but they are. It's good that the Ascension are doing something. It's good that Stardust is doing something, but I just don't frankly care all that much until they actually put them into a major feud for like the tag titles and see what they can do. So yeah, that was pretty much the pre-show in a nutshell. We kicked off Night of Champions, though, in a weird match. This is one thing that threw me off a little bit, was the first match of the night, the Intercontinental Championship match between Kevin Owens and Ryback. I was sitting here, I was saying to myself, really? Like, Kevin Owens and Ryback feels like a match that should be in like the middle of the card, but for some reason they kicked it off. I was like, what the fuck? And pretty much what we got was a slow-paced match that was focusing on the shoulder of Ryback. That was pretty much what we got for our opening match. And I was saying to myself, God dang, why is this the opener? The opening match of any wrestling show should be high-octane action. Should be the match that gets the fans on their feet, ready to go for the next one. Not a slow, brooding match between Kevin Owens and Ryback. I mean, was the match bad? It was okay. I would say it was an okay match between the two guys. But it just made no sense that they were telling the story of the shoulder and the end result had nothing to do with the shoulder whatsoever. Why are you going to tell that story if you aren't going to finish the story? But hey, at the end of the day, I think the IWC and the YWC were like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck what the story being told, because Fight Owens, fight Kevin Owens. He won the Intercontinental Championship from the big guy. So I'll say this about Ryback losing the IC title. As you guys know, I'm a huge Ryback fan. I'm fine with it because, really, to be honest, I don't feel like Ryback had much more going in his reign. I really didn't. I didn't feel like Ryback had a lot more going for it. I felt that he was fine you losing the Intercontinental Championship here. So Ryback had nothing left to prove as the IC champion. Kevin Owens, on the other hand, I think would make a better IC champion, has a lot more opportunities to be a good Intercontinental champion. And that's just my opinion. I feel he has a lot more matches that he can produce with the other talents on the roster. I feel like there's a lot more feuds that he can do. And overall, I think Kevin Owens, he looks better with the title around his waist because he treats himself well as a prize fighter. He treats himself well as a heel. He will keep that title just so that way his family could have a better life, damn it. And that right there makes Kevin Owens a perfect IC champion in my book. So I'm fine with Kevin Owens winning the IC title here. We're probably going to get one more match out of it. So after this, WWE likes to do their little network commercials. One of them was for those disgusting creative superstar Mattel action figures. But the other one was the Go to Hell tour. And it's going to be featuring all of Brock Lesnar's glory. So first, the Beast Incarnate is going to Madison Square Garden, and he is going to destroy the world's largest athlete in the Big Show at one of the most famous wrestling arenas. And then, following Monday Night Raw on October 19th or 18th, I fucking forgot, but who gives a shit? He is going to do a live podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then finally, it ends in Los Angeles as the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, takes on The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. Holy fucking shit. That's a lot of Brock Lesnar in 1 month. And if you guys don't know, I'm going to Hell in a Cell. Oh, you're giving me this as my main event? Fuck yeah! Yes! This is a match I'm proud of seeing, man. I love Suplex City Brock Lesnar. This is my favorite version of Brock Lesnar ever. I love The Undertaker, man. I don't care if it's going to take him like 80 minutes to get down to the ring. It's just going to be sick hearing. That's going to be sick in itself. I hope it's like their SummerSlam match where they just beat the shit out of each other. I hope I get an epic moment where Undertaker sits up. He goes, ha, 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 ha. That'd be great. That'd be great. I'm down for it. I'm down for Lesnar, Undertaker, inside Hell in a Cell. Oh, by the way, for you guys who don't know, this is also a Q&A. You guys can ask questions about Night of Champions, Hell in a Cell, and stuff like that. Chris Bandicoot says, sup, Chase, my life is going great. That's good to know, my friend. Hope life keeps kicking ass and taking names for you, my friend. But anyways, after we got to announce the Go to Hell tour by Paul E. Heyman, we moved on to the second match of the card, which featured Dolph Ziggler and Rusev in this terrible feud with Summer Rae. Originally, Lana was in the feud, but she suffered some serious injury. So now, it's just about Summer Rae. And this match went on for way too fucking long, and I did not give a shit about it. I feel bad for Dolph Ziggler, and I feel bad for Rusev. These two guys are pretty talented. I'm not the biggest Dolph Ziggler dude in the world, but he's all right. You know, he could do something for you guys. I'm a huge fan of Rusev. I really like Rusev. And he could do a lot more things for you guys. But instead, you stick him in such a bad feud, and they have an overlong, drawn-out match where I just didn't care. And with an ending that was just like, oh my goodness. Okay, here's Rusev, right? We have the precedent that Rusev is a Bulgarian brute. This motherfucker is hard to take down. This guy can take on a lot of shots. I've seen Rusev take a knockout punch, take a shell shock, take an attitude adjustment, take a fucking world's strongest slam. I've seen him take all these body blows. And yet, a fucking shoe to the face is enough to stop Rusev. Yeah, Ziggler hit the zigzag, but it wasn't until a shoe fell into Rusev's face that's when he lost. Are you kidding me? This has to be a joke, right, WWE? Rusev lost because a shoe hit his face? Oh my goodness. What are y'all doing? This dude is a beast. This dude's a monster. And you make it where a shoe hits his face and he loses. Now, I understand. I felt Ziggler should have gotten the win over Rusev here because, one, Rusev is no longer undefeated. You really don't have much to protect over there. And two, if you're going to go through all this trouble writing Ziggler off TV and making him feel like when he comes back it's a big deal, then he should win the match against Rusev. I totally understand that. From a feud perspective, even though that should have happened at SummerSlam, the last pay-per-view, they said did it here. But I understand why Ziggler got the win here, but it's just like, Why do we need to go with this extra shit? Why is it that a shoe in the face is the reason why Rusev loses? Couldn't we just have it where Ziggler hits like a bajillion finishers, like 2 super kicks, and then a freaking zigzag, and that's the way he wins? Why do we have to go with the shoe to the face? I don't know, man. Sometimes the WWE, dude, they just go above and beyond of what they're supposed to do. Just stick it simple, WWE. Just make it simple over here. Yo, Chase, are you getting people in the podcast to discuss Night of Champions? No, I am not. This is a live review that I'm doing solo on my channel, just because I like the live reviews, because I talk too much in my damn videos as this, so I might as well do a live review and answer live Q&A questions as well. So yeah, send in your questions, people. Twitter at ChaseLauber68 and WWE live chat stream or whatever. Deb Blue Knight says, hey dude, loving the live stream, and I have one question. Did you give 0 fucks about Night of Champions? Hashtag Soul Cow. Oh, my title of my video should say, hell no, for a reason. Of course I gave 0 fucks about Night of Champions. This show was bad. It was terrible in my opinion. And I'm not even to the worst parts of this show. Heard I even there yet. But let's move on to the next match. The next match, we got the tag team title match between the New Day and the fucking Dudleys. The New Day are money, dude. I don't care what anyone says. Y'all can hate on the New Day all you want. But to me, the New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. These motherfuckers rule, in my opinion. Oh, my God. When they were talking about the petition and they said they had Jake from State Farm, like a good table, the New Day is there. Just fucking great. And then throughout the match, freaking Xavier Woods with the trumpet playing the Rocky theme, and then every time Kofi hit the kicks, and then after the match when he played the Final Fantasy theme, oh, these guys are money. This is money. I love the New Day. Hey, I want some New Day. I need more of these fuckers in my life. If this was Night of the New Day, this pay-per-view would have been the best show ever, but it wasn't. New Day and Dudley's had a standard match. I was expecting a little bit better, but it was just pretty much a beat-up fest by the New Day, and then the Dudleys had their little bit of a comeback, and that was it. It just ended just like that. And I was kind of surprised that it ended so quickly, but yeah, it ended DQ. New Day loses, but the Dudleys win, so you don't really hurt the Dudleys at all. The Dudleys get to win, but the heels get to keep the title. Now, this is where I felt at the end where the WWE messed up, because here's the thing. The whole premise of this feud is the fact that the New Day hates the Dudleys because they break tables. Because every time a table gets broken, another tree gets cut down. And every time a tree gets cut down, we lose precious oxygen in this world. That's the whole gimmick around the New Day, is that they hate the Dudleys because they break the tables, and we should hashtag save the tables. So during the ending portion of the match, the post-match, you know, Big E tells Xavier to get the tables. Xavier gets the table, and it looks like they're trying to set it to put through the Dudleys. Now, the WWE could have gone this in 2 routes for me. Route number 1, have it where the New Day puts the Dudleys through the tables, thus making them more despisable as heel characters and making you say, what fucking hypocrites. They would be even more hilarious, and not only that, give you more of a reason not to like these guys. Here are these guys preaching to save a table, and yet they are willing to throw the Dudleys through a table and see how the New Day would cover their tracks in a promo down the line. That's one thing that you could have gone with. Or route number 2, have it where the Dudleys do get their comeback going and about to put Woods through the table, but Woods escapes. Because to me, you want to build it up to the moment when the New Day finally gets their comeuppance and they finally go through the table and where the Dudleys finally win the tag team titles. That's at least the moment that you should be trying to build to, and just trying to build up the characters of the New Day, seeing if they are hypocrites, if they would put the Dudleys through the tables to keep their tag team titles. But instead, the WWE, instead of getting good way to gain heel heat onto the New Day, they decided to waste a moment that could actually be big for another pay-per-view for, like, let's say when the Dudleys win the tag belts, to having it where Woods gets 3D through a table already. Why waste that? Why do this now tonight? Why rush it? Why couldn't you wait until the next show to put Woods through the table? Why did we have to have Woods go through the table tonight? I just didn't see a point in Xavier Woods taking a 3D through the table. Yes, maybe this is me overanalyzing something, but hell, I would have saved this moment. I would have savored this moment until another pay-per-view. That's just me. Or at least give the New Day some great heel heat by putting them through the Dudleys, putting the Dudleys through the table. That would have been great in my personal opinion, but hey, it is what it is. But I thought the WWE missed a huge opportunity to get major heel heat onto the New Day. That's just me. The Unigamer asked, I wonder who Rusev pissed off backstage. Probably Vince. Vince was probably like, you drank out of my coffee, Rusev. How dare you? Or he ate one of his power bars or something like that. Chris Bandicoot, I'm going to review Night of Champions 2015 as well and tell everybody just like you and the IWC what I think of it. Go do it, my friend. Do what you need to do to talk about this show. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't like it like me, you don't have to like it. But after we get the New Day and the Dudleys match, we had the Divas Championship match, which is basically the storyline built around that Nikki Bella has been Divas Champion for 200 and something days, and now it's time for Charlotte to try to end that reign of Nikki Bella. Whoop-de-woo, who cares? Just being honest here. Charlotte and Nikki had the most confusing match to me. A lot of people will say it's good just because Nikki Bella lost the belt. I felt this match was blah because the whole story of the match was being told that Charlotte had a leg injury. And yet, Charlotte wins with a modified figure 4 with a bad leg. Who books this shit? How do you have Charlotte win after the whole match you're focusing on that her leg is fucking messed up? Oh my God. Well, Nikki Bella could have kicked the leg a couple times just to get rid of the submission move? God dang, WWE, think a little bit. Think. Yeah, as Ryback used to say, stupid. That was just a stupid move by you guys. Fucking Charlotte wins with a bum leg. What the fuck are you booking here? But nonetheless, Charlotte became the Divas Champion, much to everyone's happiness and stuff like that. And this is all I have to say about Charlotte becoming champion. I don't care. I don't. Yeah, everyone wants to make this Divas Revolution a big deal. Until my girl Sasha Banks is holding the title, I don't give a fuck about that Divas Championship. I felt Nikki Bella should have gone longer. That's just me. Seems like people actually care when she wrestles. It does. People want to see her lose. Great heel heat. I keep the belt on her. No, that makes too much sense. We got to make the fans happy. You already pissed them off with AJ Lee's title record being broken. So why piss them off even more, right? Because with Charlotte as Divas Champion, that's going to make everyone tune into the Divas division, right? Right? People care about it now, right? Ron, you guys care about it now. But give it a month. You guys won't care. You guys will give up on it, and you'll complain, and you'll bitch, and you moan. So what's wrong with keeping the belt on Nikki? Well, what's Charlotte going to do after she's done with Nikki? Another uneventful Paige heel turn? This is my house! Oh, that's what I want to see. I want to see Paige as a heel again. Rip the fucking dude. Or what? Becky Lynch heel turn. No. Just no. Just no to Charlotte copying Ric Flair's catchphrases, too. Oh, that was dreadful. She ain't the nature boy. Stop it. Just because she's her daughter does not mean she has to be all like limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. Woo! No, stop. Just stop. Just stop it. Divas match to me was blah. The story was blah. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. You guys who like it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm not. Because, really, to be honest here, what's Charlotte going to do as Divas Champion? Oh, that uneventful Paige heel turn. I can smell it now. This is my house. Oh, Oh, it's terrible. That is going to be dreadful. Anyways, the next match on this card, like, this is also the first Night of Champions, at least to my knowledge, where also the World Heavyweight Championship wasn't being defended, which felt weird to me, man. That was another thing. It was like, at least with Night of Champions, we knew we were going to get 2 world title matches, so it felt like we had 2 big featured matches, but we didn't have a World Heavyweight title match, so it kind of threw me off. So the next kind of big featured match that we had was this 6-man tag match between the Shield and the Wyatt family. The Wyatt family with their new idiot, who I'm going to be calling the Rosebud. I'm not going to be calling him by his real name. You guys know me. If there's a trash big man wrestler, they are not called by their real names. They are called by pseudonames that I give them. So he's known as the Rosebud because this guy used to be a Rosebud. Same like the other Wyatt family member who wears a Garbage Man suit is called Garbage Man. So the Rosebud, Luke Harper, who is good, and Bray Wyatt come out to the ring. I don't know what the hell Bray Wyatt's wearing. Dean Ambrose comes out. Roman Reigns comes out. And already I have a problem with this match. Here's why. In a blood feud like this, especially when the numbers are not on your side, and you're building up the Rosebud as some dominant, strong-ass monster that can't be stopped, why are Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose entering the fucking ring? You're making it seem like they're not as scared of these guys, yet they had to find a third man to try to beat these guys. Why not have it where they're just waiting outside the ring for their partner, and then you can start off the match and the fist of fury flying, everyone's excited that the guy returned, and then bam, 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 they just go out at action-packed from the start. Why not do that? Why not do that? That normally works out. It normally gets the crowd going, but instead they're just waiting out the ring like they're dumbasses. And then when the Wyatt family are waiting for the mystery guy, I thought these Wyatt family didn't care about the rules. They were scary and they don't give a fuck. They will do anything it takes to take down Roman Reigns. So why isn't Bray Wyatt and his cronies taking down Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose before the match? Why are they letting this fucking countdown go on for this mystery opponent? It's stupid. It's just stupid ass shit like this where it's just like little details, WWE. And maybe I'm overlooking this or anything like that, but I'm sorry. If it makes logical sense, you know, Bray Wyatt shows he don't give a shit who you are. He's going to kick your ass. Then why don't you do it before the fucking bell? Why are Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose just standing in the ring? And who is that motherfucking Joey Mercury looking like that entered the ring with the Shield? That dude's a real MVP. He was ready to go to battle. And what I liked about him was when he was in the ring, he looked confident as all hell that he was going to be their third partner. He was saying by them, he's like, yeah, let's do this, guy. He's like, that guy was a baller. That guy was a G. I was cool with that guy. That guy was funny as hell, man. He's a real MVP in this situation. Let's see what comments are going on here. Sometimes the YouTube comments are just really weird before I talk about who the mystery partner was here. Okay, Chris Bandicoot says, I think it's just Charlotte committing to women that they should never give up on the dreams to go after the goal they want to achieve. Charlotte's going to face up against Sasha Banks for the Diva title at Survivor Series. That would be great, but I just see a Paige versus Charlotte feud because WWE is going to the UK soon, so they have to have a reason why they're pushing Paige. That's just the truth. When it comes down to it, WWE's a business first, and they want people in the UK to get behind someone, right? But the mystery partner is revealed to be not Daniel Bryan, who would have been a huge surprise, not NXT guys like Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and who was Baron Corbin. I don't know why he was being thrown into the mix. Go right ahead there. Mark Henry, who a lot of people may have chosen as a dark horse. No, instead it was Y2J Chris Jericho? Yay, Jericho's back? How many of you guys felt deflated when Jericho came out? Because I know I was. I was like, Jericho? What? Like, really? Chris Jericho? Like, come on, man. Like, the fuck? Might as well have Tito Ortiz be a fucking surprise opponent, man. The only difference is Jericho got a reaction. I'm like just saying to myself, what the fuck is this shit? Chris Jericho for what? I didn't like his feud with Bray. Why would I like this shit? Oh, hell no. And then it was just like after Jericho came out, it was like I wasn't excited. I just sat there watching the match. I was just like, whatever. I was talking to the live chat. I was just saying, man, I feel deflated as hell. I just didn't care. I was just sitting there just like, whatever. The match is going on. It's cool, I guess. But I just didn't really care, nor did I care for the finish. Well, what was that? Jericho with the blind tag and then the Rosebud freaking hugs Jericho to death. And by the way, man, we were talking about this on Heel Steven's live review. I'm already picturing it, dude. The Rosebud is being set up to be fed to John Cena and during the next summer, man. Next summer, you're going to be seeing video packages of John Cena getting bear hugged by this dumbass and seeing if John Cena can stop this. Well, I'm calling it right now. You can see the writing on the wall. You can definitely see the writing on the wall. This motherfucker is being fed to John Cena. No questions asked. But it was just like kind of weird. Like, you know, Wyatt family wins. Right decision here because you can't have the Wyatt family keep on losing. But it was just kind of like Jericho at the end just kind of like gave Dean and Roman the cold shoulder. And it's now kind of like, okay, Jericho's going to become a heel, but him becoming a heel doesn't really work in today's WWE because the fans like to cheer Chris Jericho. They don't like to boo Chris Jericho. And not only this, what are you going to do with this Roman and Wyatt feud? Because if this is the end to the Roman and Wyatt feud, this is really disappointing. And it felt like it was a waste of my time. It really does. Like, this was like what you were doing with Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt this whole time was this? This was the end? Because like, I don't know. I don't know what's next. You know, I'm going to find out on Raw, but it's not like I'm on the edge of my seat like, oh, I need to find out why Jericho did that. Oh, I just need more questions answered. I just want to know where they're going next. Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? I don't know. That was just the one thing. Like, it just feels like they already ended the Reigns and Wyatt feud. And I'm like, just like that? The Blue Knight says the Joy Mercury lookalike did make me care a little for the show. Yeah, he was an MVP, man. Like, that motherfucker jumped the barricade, and he wasn't, like, nervous. Like, he wasn't, like, shaking. He wasn't, like, he came in, dude. He was all like, this was the Roman, freaking Joey Morgan. Like, he came in the ring, he was like this, man. He was like, let's do this shit. He was so down to freaking throw down with the Shield, man. He was all ready for the Shield, dog. That guy was a fucking G, man. That dude was a homie, man. I love that guy. Whoever that fan is, props to you. You may be facing all these charges, but you are a homie, man. You know what's up. You freaking were acting like you belonged yourself out there. That guy was a homie. But anyways, so that was kind of like most of the matches. And when watching this show, it felt like the show flew by really quickly. But it wasn't like quick in a good way. It just felt like really, really slow. I don't know if it was hot out here in California and I was just getting a headache, but the show itself overall was kind of giving me a headache. Kind of lulling me on. I don't know what it was. Like, I wasn't feeling tired watching football this Sunday. That's for damn sure. I was energetic as all hell watching football. But this show, I don't know, kind of was getting me lulling. And so, thankfully, the last two matches were up next. And they were. And Seth Rollins defending his United States and WWE World Heavyweight Championship against one John Felix Anthony Cena and one Icon. Woo! Or whatever fucking Sting says, Sting. So pretty much before the match, Seth Rollins is like, I'm going to win. And then all of a sudden Triple H is like, yes, you are. And then all of a sudden Sheamus is like, fella. And then I'm like, because I don't want to fucking see a Sheamus cash in it. Let me tell you guys something. John Cena and Seth Rollins. Oh, John Cena this year, he's freaking baiting you YWC people. He's like fishing the reel. He's doing all these damn moves, pulling out the Mysterio Express, the Cena Rana. He is doing all these moves. He's putting all these good matches, and you guys are biting into it. You guys are like, oh, John Cena, you're so John Cena's just putting on these good matches with all these wrestlers. Seth Rollins, John Cena, in-ring wise, really good match between the two. These two dudes have good chemistry. That's just the bottom line when it comes down to it. These two dudes know how to wrestle with each other. They know how to freaking put on a somewhat good, entertaining match that can go on for 15 to 30 minutes. So good on John Cena and Seth Rollins. They know how to do that. By the way, Seth Rollins, stop becoming the White Ranger. I don't like it. Even though it's supposed to be a heel tactic not to wear white after Labor Day, just stop it, man. That getup that you had, the White Power Ranger getup, it's goofy as all hell. I can't take you seriously. I get it. You're supposed to be getting heel heat on yourself, but at the end of the day, it looks really goofy. That's just me. That's just me in general. So there you have it. There are my thoughts on Seth Rollins' getup. Since I didn't really talk about it at SummerSlam, I didn't know it was that big of a deal. Seth Rollins was wearing white. It's like that day where Batista wore blue. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Blue Tista." I was like, what the fuck? He's just wearing blue. Let him be. I'm blue, ba-da-dee-da-da-da. But anyways, Cena and Seth Rollins put on a good match, like they should. John Cena won. People thought Seth Rollins is going to beat John Cena. Fuck that. but what made me laugh even harder was that after the match, Cena goes and picks up Seth Rollins and AAs him on the steel steps and throws him in the ring. And I was thinking to myself, no, this is not how Sting's going to win the WWE title. He is literally not going to go in there and fucking just lay on Seth Rollins and become champion. Oh, Victory Road 2011. I agree. I thought that's what we were going to get, but thankfully we didn't. We just had, as my boy Weston would say, Grandpa Sting beat the shit out of Seth Rollins for like a good, 5-7 minutes before Seth Rollins pushes Sting into the Spanish announce table. And then all of a sudden, then it becomes a back and forth exchange. Sting took a freaking nasty ass bump. Paramedics and stuff had to check on him. It looked pretty serious. To me personally, I felt it was part of the storyline. That's just me. I know a lot of people may be thinking it wasn't a part of the match, but Sting is a crazy ass motherfucker. I don't think people realize this as Sting as a performer. This dude is fucking crazy. Remember Bound for Glory where he faced Samoa Joe? They were in the crowd and Sting was on the damn rafter and he jumped at Samoa Joe. He jumped off the turnbuckle against Seth Rollins. Sting's a crazy motherfucker, so I think this was part of the story. I could be wrong. It could have been serious. And if it's serious, I hope Sting as well. But Sting's a warrior, man. Sting will go through the match. Sting decided to go for the Scorpion Death Drop after this scary exchange. Seth Rollins counters, goes for the pedigree. Scorpion Death Drop again, counters into a roll-up. 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins is still the WWE World Heavyweight. Oh my. Oh, it gets better. It gets fucking better. So after Seth Rollins beats Sting for the WWE Heavyweight Championship to retain it, out comes you're not in the tank. The fucking Red Rooster Goober Sheamus. The freaking Goober gets in the ring, pound to cash in his Money in the Bank, and all of a sudden, oh my fucking God. Okay. See, this is what WWE did to me last pay-per-view event. Last pay-per-view event, they hit me right in the damn nuts. They hit me right here with that goddamn low blow by The Undertaker. This event, they decided to pull down their pants and take a shit. But then after they took that shit, they decided to pull down their pants again and give me another piece of shit. And then after they were done with that shit, they decided to light some fucking fire up and throw some shit on my damn doorstep, leaving me to freaking stomp in it. Bare feet and all. So when Goober's in the ring and he's all like, and the fucking pyro comes out and it's fucking Kane! Oh my Kane! Fucking Kane is back. What the fuck? My worst fears are coming to fruition. I made a video back in the summertime saying, oh no, not a Kane and Seth Rollins feud. It seems we're going to get that. Fuck off. Why? Kane comes out, choke slams Rollins, choke slams fucking Goober. Oh no. No. Kane. Why? He's wearing a mask now. I should be happy. No. Last time he put the mask back on, he was all embrace the hate, John, pushing Zack right off a wheelchair. Oh. WWE, you have motherfucking stink. You are going against Monday Night Football. The NBA is coming back. Baseball playoffs are starting in hell. The fucking NHL is coming back, and you motherfuckers stink. Let's not give the belt to Sting. You know what will make the fans keep watching our product is a Seth Rollins and Kane feud. With the possibility of fucking Red Rooster Goober Sheamus cashing in and becoming the world champion. Oh my God. Setting up a Kane and Goober feud? Oh, hell no. I'm going to hell in a cell. I am. I'm going to hell in a cell. I am looking forward to Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. Sign me up for that. But you know what else I was looking forward to? Triple H versus Sting with a world title, a real world title match, a title match that would feel important inside the Hell in a Cell, a title match that would build up to Triple H versus Seth Rollins down the line. But instead, I'm going to get Kane versus Seth Rollins. Ugh. Kane! Oh, no. Goober, Kane, no. Oh, no. This wasn't even a good ending. Like I said, they lit a pile of shit on my damn doorstep and made me freaking kick it barefoot. That's what they did. Fucking Goober and Kane feuding for a world title, maybe. Oh, God damn. Hope you guys have some good questions for me. Let's take it to the questions. Chris Phoenix says, what was funnier to you, Grandpa Sting magically falling backwards on the Smash Announce table against Rollins tonight, along with getting wind in the ring, or Rusev losing against Ziggler because of Summer's shoe? It has to be Rusev losing to Summer's shoe because Summer's shoe should not have that much problem. Chris Bandicoot says, yeah, Seth Rollins is wearing some stormtrooper outfits. Yeah, dude. He is a stormtrooper wearing that white supremacist outfit. Shouldn't be wearing white after Labor Day, Seth. I know it's good heel heat, but yeah, if you guys are watching this, questions, you guys can send in the comments and Twitter as well at ChaseOliver68. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. But I'll take some questions here for a little bit, and then we'll wrap up this live stream. But yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Night of Champions was just, to me, an overall bad show. I think it's probably the worst show this year. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that, but that's just my opinion. Because here's the thing, card structure was way off. You kick off the show with a slow, brooding match. Most of the matches and finishes were kind of boring and lackluster and just didn't really make all that much sense. Work on the shoulder in the Kevin Owens and Ryback match, yet no shoulder finish. Dolph Ziggler and Rusev match, Rusev lost because of shoe to the fucking face. Nikki and freaking Charlotte, the leg was the main story, yet Charlotte wins using the bad leg. Dudley's and New Day, yeah, it was a good finish, but the match was pretty poor. Wyatt versus the Shield plus Jericho, yeah, no, screw that. Cena wins in the LOL Cena wins type fashion. Seth Rollins and Sting ends in a disappointment, followed by a Goober disappointment, followed by a Kane disappointment. As to me personally, Night of Champions just felt like WWE was trying to make you care about the show, was trying to get you excited for the next episode of Raw, but ultimately it just felt like it just went down. That's just me. It just felt bad. And I'm not going to change my opinion on the show. You know, Cena versus Seth Rollins, if you guys like good in-ring action, go watch that. I'll say that. But other than that, nothing else on the show. If you're a big Kevin Owens fan, go watch him win the IC title. you hate Nikki Bella for whatever reason, go watch her lose the title to Charlotte. That's all I can really recommend on this show. But I can't recommend a show or say a show is good where Kane is being featured in the main event, going for the world title. Like, fucking Kane, are you kidding me? Like, oh, Kane. Like, seriously, this ain't 2002. Stop it. Just stop it. Let's see. Do we have any questions going on up in here? Send in your questions, folks. I want to get some good questions going before I end this stream. Fucking Kane. Like, seriously. Unigamer asks, Seth needs to go back to Escape from LA outfit. Yeah, the one where it's like with the freaking Tron colors. Sure, I'm down with that. Chris Bandicoot asked, this Kane and Seth Rollins feud is atrociously bad. It makes no goddamn sense. Why ruin Sting's night while he would have achieved excellence this pay-per-view by winning his first WWE title? I don't know. I guess WWE likes having poor ratings. WWE is all like, oh, we're going against Monday Night Football. You know, we'll get fans interested. Seth Rollins and Kane. That's what Vince is thinking. And that's the sad part. Vince is thinking this shit. Vince is thinking Seth Rollins and Kane is what's going to freaking make people actually care about the WWE. Seth Rollins and Kane. Instead of making real competition for Monday Night Football by having Sting be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, we're gonna stick with Seth Rollins and Kane. Oh, you Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar and Kane in the world title match. It's like what OK Fape said. This is No Mercy 2002. We're getting No Mercy 2002 and Hell in a Cell 2015. Just think about this, people. Kane. Chris Valdez says, I don't want to sound mean, but is it just me or did Kane look like a little chubby tonight? Kane has been chubby, man. Kane has been chubby. And why did he bring back the mask? Well, why is he wearing the mask again? Did he fall in a volcano when he was in Hawaii while he was surfing on the beach? Did he fall in a fucking volcano or something? Why does he have the mask? And shouldn't he be attacking Brock Lesnar? Isn't that the motherfucker beat him up? Last I checked, Brock Lesnar wrote him off TV, if I'm not mistaken. So why is he beating up Seth Rollins? I don't know. But another thing is, too, is if I witnessed fucking Red Rooster Goober Sheamus win the world title on Hell in a Cell Live, I might have to take a break from wrestling, guys. You guys know the only thing really keeping me holding on is Triple H becoming world champion and the New Day. Those are the two things that are keeping me going on. The reason why I'm going to Hell in a Cell 2015, in all honesty, is because I want to know what it feels like going to one of these live events live. I want to know if I can have some fun and some passion when I go to these shows. Because No Way Out 2007 was probably one of the worst shows I've ever been to. Probably one of the worst wrestling shows you would ever see. But I still had fun watching that show live. And I still have a little bit of fun watching that pay-per-view live. I can't name you, besides WrestleMania this year, one pay-per-view event that I can go back to and actually watch this show again in full entirety. Not even the Elimination Chamber. You know, Elimination Chamber is probably the second best show this year. But really, to be honest, how good is that really? I mean, the IC title match is a train wreck. The tag team title chamber match is a train wreck. Cena versus Owens and Rollins versus Ambrose are really the only good things on that show. You know, there's not really all that much. SummerSlam was just Cena and Rollins minus Jon Stewart's ending, and then Undertaker Lesnar minus their ending. So really, to be honest here, WrestleMania 31 is the only show this year where I can actually go back and actually fully watch that show and be fine with it. All the other shows this year, I can't name one show that I can go back to and watch where I'm fully entertained. And I can go back and watch some of the terrible pay-per-views of like 95, 96, 2007, 2009, and stuff like that, and find some form of entertainment out of shows. Today, I can't. I can't go back and watch these shows and find entertainment. It's really hard. Let's see. Chris Bandicoot asks, hey, Chase, since Christmas is coming around the corner, will you be getting a PS4 or Xbox One? Neither. Yeah, when you're 22 years old, Chris Bandicoot, Christmas is not what it's what it's supposed to be. Pretty much Christmas is, hey, you pay for your own shit, motherfucker. If anything, my Christmas gift will be, I don't know yet. I don't know what my Christmas gift will be, but I know for a fact it won't be a PS4 or Xbox One. Still need to get a new TV, man. Like, I would expect me to afford a PS4 and Xbox One. I'm paying all these damn fines as it is, so there's no way I'm going to get a PS4 and Xbox One. Unless I'm like Virgil and I start a GoFundMe account. Did you guys hear that news? Virgil apparently started a GoFundMe account, and it's like to make him a millionaire. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's for money, dude. Chris Phoenix asked, how bummed out were you that Garbage Man did not return tonight? Chris, I wasn't bummed out that Garbage Man did not return. If anything, I was all like this. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was happy Garbage Man did not return tonight. I was fucking happy. And for any of you guys that are new and don't know who Garbage Man is, he was a former member of the Wyatt family. He had a red beard, and apparently he could solve Rubik's Cubes, and he had a wine yard. He's garbage, okay? And that's all I really got to say. He jobbed out to the Big Show at TLC and Stairs. That was probably the highlight of my life. That was probably one of the only times I was cheering for the Big Show. That's when you know it's bad, when I'm cheering for fucking Big Show. By the way, what was Big Show doing tonight? Probably nothing. Big Show was probably just chilling, huh? He was probably just like freaking eating all the food and catering or something. Farting, dancing. I don't know what he does. Fucking Big Show. All right, let's see. Come on, guys. Send in questions. I want more questions from y'all. Talking about Night of Champions. Chris Phoenix asked, will Charlotte ever get a personality that doesn't involve saying woo every 2 seconds? Hell fucking no, man. WWE knows that's all she can do when it comes down to it. They're just going to ride off the fact that she's a Ric Flair kid until she can find her own character. Chris Bandicoot says the Kane should have stayed retired to be done with WWE, but when he returned, he should have attacked Brock Lesnar to get revenge for Brock Lesnar injuring him. Undertaker loses to Brock Lesnar at Hell in a Cell, then Kane beats Brock Lesnar at TLC for tables, ladders, and chairs. You just said Kane beating Brock Lesnar, and that gave me a huge aneurysm and almost a heart attack. Being dead serious here. What the fuck? If Kane beats Brock Lesnar in 2015, I'm done. I won't watch professional wrestling anymore, and that's for real. We can't have fucking Kane's dumbass beating Brock Lesnar. No, just no to that. Just no to Kane beating Brock Lesnar. Oh, God. I'm so... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I used to be a big fan of Kane, and it just depresses me what has happened to this man. You know, wearing slacks to the ring and all that stuff. So they ruined Kane for me. And dude should just retire. Just be done. But no, he's still a big figure. Getting world title shots. Man, I wish I was Kane, actually. He's 7 foot tall. He knows a thing or two about politics. You know, probably has a good-looking wife. Yeah, I would say Kane has a good-looking wife. Wouldn't you all think so? Kane has a good-looking wife. And he gets random world title shots, and I'm pretty sure he gets paid at least $1 million a year by WWE. Chris Bandicoot asked, could you listen to the Sting Undertaker mashup theme song on YouTube real quick and tell us what you think of it? One, that is copyright, my friend, so I do not want to suffer a copyright strike because WWE is all about taking people down. The WWE, okay, I had a Total Divas review on this channel, and I know a lot of people are already going to be pissed off. I already pissed off a lot of people on this show. I already know this. Yeah, you don't need to tell me. I'm like Alberto Del Rio. You already knew that. I already knew that I pissed off some of you guys. But I had a Total Divas review on this channel, and it was just a thumbnail that I had, and the whole video was that thumbnail, and WWE took it down because they thought I was showing footage of Total Divas. I don't know. So no, I'm not gonna risk playing any WWE type music on here because I did not want to get a copyright strike, man, dude. That shit sucks, especially for me who likes uploading long ass videos like these and doing the live streams. Yeah. But if you guys enjoyed this live stream, I'm not done yet, but I'm just plugging my other live stream. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, make sure you guys join me this Wednesday afternoon as I do a live Q&A with Aisha, Boss, and Weston. We'll be doing a live Q&A, and you guys can send your questions throughout the week via Twitter at ChaseHoward68. Unigamer asks, who do you think the farm animal should feud with when he comes back? If you guys don't know who Farm Animal is, that's Daniel Bryan. That's my pet name for him because he's a fucking farm animal. But Farm Animal should feud with Kevin Owens. I think that's the feud that he should go for. You know, Kevin Owens is disrespecting the Intercontinental title, and now comes Daniel Bryan. Yes, 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 and he goes, Kevin, I don't like how you're disrespecting the Intercontinental Championship. Where's my WWE mic? There it is. And then Kevin Owens is all like, Daniel Bryan, I don't care about the IC title. I only care about feeding my family. My family comes first, Daniel Bryan. So I'm sorry that I'm disrespecting your title. Well, I'm going to kick you, and the Yes Nation will be with me. Yes! Yes! Like, you know, like that. So, I know, terrible promo work there. I know my Kevin Owens impression sucks. I get it. I'm working on it, guys. I work on wrestling impressions when I'm bored. I do it for a lot of things, not just WWE. I just like impressions. I think they're funny. I think they're a good time. So I like changing my voice up a little bit. You know, do a little Charles Barkley for you guys. That's terrible, Kenny. That's terrible, Chase. What was that? You called that a Kevin Owens impression? That's just terrible. So there's my Charles Barkley. I can do Randy Orton pretty good because I have a deep voice, and apparently I look like Randy Orton. Hello there. I am the Viper, Randy Orton. And Seth, you like to think that you have everything under control. Well, Seth, let me tell you something. You don't. Because I'm going to come down there and I'm going to give you what you deserve. And that's an RKO. I hear races in my head. Come on, guys, get pumped. Oh, I love when Randy Orton does that now. That come on, guys, get pumped. Cool dad. He's like a cool uncle, man. He's trying to pump up people for the damn show. Do we have any more questions coming through here? It seems like I do. Seems like I do. I have some more questions for you. Your Kevin Owens impression is all good. Well, thank you. I've been working on my Kevin Owens for a little bit of a while now. You want some? Come get some, John. You bit off a little bit more than you could chew, big guy. Because your stupid book, The Secret, is not good enough to stop me. So I'm glad that my Kevin Owens is getting a little bit better. I'm glad it's getting a little bit better. Before it was sounding like GSP, you know, how the Georgia St. Pierre, the UFC fighter sounds like. It would sound like him. Oh, yeah, I forgot what happened to your TV, but can you please tell us what happened to it? Well, my TV can't connect to the Xbox One and PS4. Chris Bandicoot asked, did you see Dragon Ball Battle of Gods and Dragon Ball Resurrections of X movie? If you did, what did you think about both of them? Since no one's really asking wrestling questions at this point, might as well talk about some DBZ. I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, for anyone who doesn't know. Battle of Gods is one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z movies. I liked it. It has a nice pace to it. It's not too slow, but some of the parts are really skippable in Battle of Gods, but the fights are really good in it. But Resurrection of F, first 30 minutes are just all talking points, but then afterwards it gets good when they fight. But what I hate the most is like when Vegeta looks like he's finally going to get a big win, you know, over a main villain in the Dragon Ball Z universe. It's like Goku's like, LOL, nope. I'm going to be the one to get this win. So that kind of disappointed me. But both movies are really good. They're better than most DBZ films. You know, most DBZ films, they're all just like kind of repetitive in a way. And not as much action, that's for sure. They just like talk way too much in those DBZ films. And then they finally get to action. It's like way too fucking late. These ones actually have good action in it. So they're probably the top two DBZ films, in my personal opinion. I also like BoJack and the first Brawley movie. Kakarot. Like, fuck. All right, let's see. Do you guys have more wrestling-related questions for moi? I want to know. I want to know if you guys have more questions. I see like there's like 15 people viewing this, 13 people on my end. But Why is there no questions? You all just like watching me look like an idiot or something? Probably. I get mean insults every day. It's pretty funny. Like one guy said, like, man, most wrestling fans are the most ugliest N-words I've ever seen in my life. And I'm all like, dude, I'm white. And also, I think I look good. Like, if I get compared to looking like Randy Orton, I'm obviously doing something right. I mean, come on. Randy Orton, probably one of the better looking dudes in WWE. More questions. Come on, people. Give me some questions. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more questions. I'm going to be on here till midnight. That's right. The Late Show with Chase Oliver. You know what? I have hair. Some people say I look like Jimmy Fallon. It's late night with like Jimmy Fallon look-alike. Have you seen Afro Samurai before? If not, you got to watch it. It's awesome. Yeah, I've seen Afro Samurai. Good stuff by Samuel L. Jackson. Good show. Come on, guys. Wrestling. Let's talk about some professional wrestling. Whoa! Professional wrestling. Maybe give some Raw predictions. No, what's really predict about Raw? We know Authority is going to kick off the show. They're going to be all like, the game and all sort of stuff. So let's see what we have here. More comments. More questions. No, YouTube said I got a comment. Maybe I refreshed it already. Something like that. No, yeah, I already answered that question. Come on, guys. Want some more questions? Feed me more like Ryback. Feed me more. Waiting on those questions. I don't know what else to talk about, to be honest. I don't have a co-host with me, so that way they can talk. You guys must be sick and tired of hearing my dumb ass, that's for sure. NFL is interesting this week. My Chargers lost the Bengals, as expected. They're traveling. My fantasy team is doing well, surprisingly. Sucks for the Cowboys, though. Lose Dez Bryant, now they lose Tony Romo. Like, fuck. That sucks. That sucks really, really bad. Really. I had the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year, too. They'll need some voodoo magic. I heard you're getting Kellen Moore. Good luck with that. Kellen fucking Moore. Boise State guy. But he has like the most wins in college football history. So that's good for him. Good for Kellen Moore. Speaking of college football, that Alabama Ole Miss game, oh shit, that shit was crazy. That freaking miracle catch. Holy shit. Chad Kelly looked like he was dead. And then all of a sudden he threw the ball up and Geno Smith hit the ball off his helmet, and then that other Ole Miss wide receiver caught it and ran for like the most miracle touchdown. That pretty much like just fucked Bama up. But, you know, not really worried about Alabama, mainly because this happened to them last year where they lost to Ole Miss. They looked really bad in that game, and then all of a sudden they turned it around and they looked unstoppable until they got their ass smacked by Ohio State. So I'm not really worried about Bama. Ole Miss still has to go through like LSU and A&M and stuff like that. Yeah, Bama has to face them too, but Bama game plans really well against A&M, and they also game plan really well against LSU. But Leonard Fournette, that dude's a monster, man. He's going to be a monster. Let's hope that he can stay healthy and not end up like Gurley and Marcus Lattimore and just be an injury-prone dude in the SEC. That seems to happen to a lot of those running backs is like, you know, they're really good, and then all of a sudden they get to the NFL, and it's like they just have been overused by their coaches and they can't do shit. Speaking of guys who were overused in college, Monte Ball. That motherfucker ain't even playing anymore. Let's see. Chris Phoenix asks, when the hell do you think Triple H will ever finally feud with Seth Rollins? That's a great question, Chris, because you see, I thought Triple H and Seth Rollins should happen this year at WrestleMania. But it seems like Triple H is like on the Rock's dick. Like he's sucking that fucking Hollywood dick. He's like, oh, I want you so bad, Rock. So it seems like he wants to face The Rock more than anyone else. And it seems like The Rock will be willing to face Triple H if anything else. And they want to have a bunch of people for this 32 card. So it won't surprise me if we don't get Triple H and Seth Rollins till like next year around the summertime, maybe SummerSlam of next year. You know, Triple H and Seth Rollins, the beauty of this feud is that it can wait a while. Like Triple H versus Seth Rollins doesn't have to happen this year. Doesn't have to happen next year at WrestleMania. Next year at WrestleMania would be the smart idea, especially if you want to build up Seth Rollins as a big star. But it doesn't have to happen this year necessarily. You could have it happen later down the road. So definitely Triple H and Seth Rollins will finally feud around like probably next year around the summertime, if not WrestleMania. Chris Bandicoot asks, why do you hate that wrestling game called Def Jam Fight for New York? Because it's an insult to one of the best Def Jam games, Def Jam Vendetta. Fight for New York is trash and garbage compared to Def Jam Vendetta. Def Jam Vendetta was a great wrestling game, and then they fucked it up with Fight for New York. Just terrible. Just a terrible sequel. And then the sequel after that, Def Jam Explosions or whatever, like where you play your own music and you can kill everyone. Like, god damn, that was stupid. Chris Bandicoot asks, have you seen the horror anthology movie called VHS? It's on Netflix. It's a pretty good movie. I recommend you check it out. I'll tell you what it's about. Chris Bandicoot, I would prefer wrestling questions, please. Wrestling. That's what I'm talking about tonight. This ain't the live Q&A, baby. But no, I'm not into horror at all. I'll admit, I'm a little bitch when it comes to horror movies. I may act all loud and proud and all this other shit, but fuck, get me in a horror movie, I'm like, I'm like the little girl, dude. I'm the like the girl. If I take a girl to a horror movie, she becomes a man in that relationship because I'm like, like stuff like that. No girl can hold on to me in her horror movie. I'm holding on to her. That's just the truth. I hate horror movies. I don't find them entertaining. It's just not my forte. I'm more of an action comedy, especially stupid comedy type of guy. So any stupid comedies, those are good. 10 more minutes, 10 minutos until we shut this stream down. Thank you all for watching. This is awesome. Even though I tried to entertain you all by talking some football. The Chris Phoenix asks, who do you think will be the surprising team in the NFL that will make the playoffs out of nowhere this season? Surprising team making the team out of nowhere. Tampa Bay has a good chance, mainly because their division's ass, minus the Atlanta Falcons. Because I said the Falcons would bounce back this year, and but Tampa Bay definitely has that chance. The surprising team that everyone's like, oh, what? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another one is the Jets. I think the Jets have a good chance to surprise some people. You know, as long as Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't play like a total spaz, definitely, for sure, I can see the Jets definitely doing well against there. You know, they may not beat New England, but they can win one game against New England. That's good. They don't necessarily have to sweep New England. They can just win one game. They may have to beat Buffalo and Miami twice. Difficult task for sure, but it's doable. The Jets, you know, people look at them and they say a horrible team. I look at them and I see an 8-8 team. I really do. I don't think the Jets roster is that bad. And then also the dark horse, of course, because Johnny Football is playing so well. I'm going to go with the Browns just because Johnny Football is playing well. The Ravens are sucking ass right now. Then again, this is just week 2 of the NFL season, so it could be a little bit of overreaction by me, but the Ravens are sucking ass. The Bengals look like the Bengals, and the Steelers are the only game to really know. So, yeah, there you go. So I'll have to say those 3 teams will definitely be the dark horses, the surprise teams out of nowhere. The Chris Phoenix asks, remember those amazing WWE games such as Raw 2, WrestleMania 21, and SBR 2008? Oh, God. Those wrestling video games, those were those were atrocious wrestling video games. Let's start with Raw 2, okay? Raw 2 was like so dumb. Like some of the matches would make no sense that they would book in Raw 2. Like it would be like Brock Lesnar versus Tajiri for the world title, and somehow Tajiri would win. And then every cutscene was the same. Like this would be a Raw 2 cutscene, okay? Your wrestling's all walking backstage or something. He's all like, yeah, man, I'm walking backstage. And then all of a sudden, it would be like, something would fall on the wrestler's head. Like, they would always drop something on the wrestler's head, or their car would speed away. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is the car speeding away? And stuff like that. Raw 2 was bad. And that game had a steep-ass learning curve, too. Like, holy shit. Like, that game was annoying as hell, especially on the old Xbox with the black and white button. That shit was difficult, man. Raw 2 was annoying. WrestleMania 21. You play as the biggest douchebag ever in WrestleMania 21. Your dude walks in, okay? So your dude walks in, he comes up with some swagger taking long. He's like, what's up, man? I'm ready to go. Who am I facing? Am I facing John Cena, Kurt Angle, or who? The Undertaker? And it turns out that you're like wrestling on velocity. And when you're on velocity, they make you do these ultra challenging tasks, like especially if you didn't do the tutorial, because I'm pretty sure most wrestling fans like, oh, I don't have to play this game, I don't need to do the tutorial. You skip the tutorial. It's like, you don't have to play this game, you're not going to beat Rene Dupree in under 3 seconds. And this guy is just like the biggest douche of everything. He's all like talking about beating up Fifi the dog and shit like that. Like, who talks about beating up a dog in wrestling video games, man? Like, fuck. And then SBR 2008. Oh, that was. I like the style moves that they have in that game. Like, I like the little style stuff that they have, where it's like every wrestler has their style, like the brawler style, the high flying style, and it made it where the wrestlers felt unique in the game. Because like nowadays in wrestling games, like everyone can do like some springboard type of fucking move. So it's kind of weak, but in those games, you actually had like different styles. But the story mode was stupid. GM mode was terrible. If you were ECW, there's no way you're fucking winning unless you made like Gregory Helms and all those other people really popular, and then traded for like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and hopefully your show was really good. But yeah, there was no way, and also it's stupid to try to make the Hall of Fame. Like, you could play the whole season mode, and you wouldn't be enough to be the Hall of Fame. Like, the best way that I heard to make money in that game was just to play as John Cena, because John Cena had the highest popularity, and you just sim the whole year, and that way you would have enough money to buy shit for your superstar, for your created wrestler. But yeah, that game was annoying as hell. We got a couple more questions, then I'm wrapping up the live stream. Thank you guys very much for coming in and watching this live stream and stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Brings a tear in my eye. That's what I would say. All right. Chris Bandicoot asked the final form of questions. What if Spirit Squad comes back, but with new people only in the tag team factions such as Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Langston, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Bo Dallas? No. Spirit Squad was its own unique awesomeness theme. Why make another one? Chris Bandicoot asked, what did you think of WrestleMania 19 on GameCube? Give us an in-depth review if you can. Oh, that game was weird as fuck, man. You were that game only made sense if you were playing as Stone Cold, in my personal opinion. I couldn't play that game as anyone else, because it would make no sense why Kurt Angle would want to murder all these nice construction workers. That game was fucked up. Like, you would be throwing construction workers and your fellow wrestlers off buildings and shit. It was a fucked up game. Story was kind of interesting though, that Stephanie McMahon wanted you to fuck up WrestleMania for Vince. That was a cool storyline for sure, but yeah, overall not a good game in my personal opinion. And then his final question is the one wrestling game called WWE Crush Hour. I've never played that game before, but have you played it? No. Twisted Metal, but WWE, hell fucking yeah, I played that game. I remember I was actually looking for that game for the longest time. True story. So I remember when WWE used to come out with the Raw and SmackDown magazines, I was really interested in those. So I read them, and one of the articles was like favorite video games, and one of the wrestlers said Crush Hour, and I said I've never played that game before. So I remember when I would go to GameStop and stuff, I would always be looking for it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It was just one of those games that for whatever reason I couldn't fucking find it. It would piss me off. I would even go to the clerk and I'd be like, yeah, WWE Crush Hour. And they'll be like, what the fuck? We have Here Comes the Pain. I'm like, yeah, Crush Hour. And stuff like that. Yeah, I used to have a high-pitched voice. It's pretty bad. But, so, like, I remember one day, it was random. It was at a random-ass GameStop. Like, we were visiting my great-grandma, and we went to this one mall that I've never been to. So I figured maybe this mall would have the game. So I went there, and I looked through the clearance sale of the PS2 section. I saw the WWE logo, said to myself, maybe this is it. And I pulled it out, and I see RVD and the Rock and Cars, and I said, fuck yeah, this is Crush Hour, baby. I remember I was so fucking excited. I bought the game. I freaking hid it from my mom because I didn't want my mom pissed off that I wasted my allowance on a wrestling game and stuff like that. Man, I hit it well, man. I had my backpack and everything. I was like, chill with it. Went to my great grandma's house, and my great grandma was cool and all. I love her to death. I miss her. Rest in peace, old maid. But all I was thinking about that time was fucking playing Crush Hour. And I remember I got home, Got home around like 7:30, stuff like that. So that was a good time because, you know, my dad, he would be asleep already. I don't know why my dad used to go to bed that early, but he did. My dad would be asleep already. And I was in my room. I was all like being all sneaky and shit. Put Crush out on my PS2. I was playing it. And I was like, this is fucking sick. And I stayed up till like probably back then I couldn't stay up late because like my body could not do it. So I fell asleep around 10:30. I woke up in the morning, playing more fucking Crush Hour. Just playing that fucking game. And my parents, when they found me playing this game, they didn't think nothing of it. They just thought, oh, it's another wrestling game you're playing. And my parents were both wrestling fans, so they didn't really give a shit. But they just probably thought I already had the game, so it wasn't like they knew I wasted my allowance on the game, but I was just playing the fucking game, man, like nonstop. And I thought that game was tight as hell as a kid. So when I got older, I think it was around my freshman year in college. I went back to go play the game. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go play Crush Hour again. I'm gonna go play this game. So I go back to play WWE Crush Hour, right? And it turns out this game wasn't what I thought it was. Like, it wasn't as good, it wasn't as memorable as I thought it was going to be. It was just disappointing. And I said, how did I like this game as a kid? Because it was frustrating as hell to control the cars. The weapons sucked ass. It was just bad. So I don't know how I liked that game as a kid, but fuck, man, it was a great memory when I got it. It's true. And the Unigamer will wrap up this portion and ask, what's your favorite wrestling game out of all the wrestling games you played? Nothing will be ever in my life will ever be able to beat the memories called Here Comes the Pain. I'm sorry, Here Comes the Pain is my favorite. Nothing will ever surpass Here Comes the fucking Pain. I was hooked onto Here Comes the Pain. Even when SmackDown versus Raw came out, like when SmackDown versus Raw first came out, I was playing that one a lot. But after I beat the season mode once, I just wasn't interested in it. I was like, man, I want to go back to Here Comes the Pain. Man, Here Comes the Pain has like 2 years worth of storylines that you can use. Like 3 years worth of storylines if you're a jobber, man. Like, it's good stuff on Here Comes the Pain. There's a lot of storylines that you can do, especially fun when you take a crappy wrestler and you take him to the top and stuff like that, and you win the title your first year, and then you get to do all the title defenses and do all those feuds. That's the fun part of Here Comes the Pain, when you do all that. You know, like that's always fun. So really, to be honest, it's always going to be Here Comes the Pain for me. I always love playing that. I still play it to this day. Here Comes the Pain is still like one game that I'll play to this day. And if I can find someone that's down to play it, SmackDown versus Raw 2007 or 2006, basically GM mode. My brother and I, oh my God, we used to play GM mode nonstop. I remember there was one day when I used to go to my grandma's house. We used to play GM mode nonstop. Like, so the thing was, my grandma lived on a farm, and so there was nothing to do on the farm unless you wanted to feed the animals all day. And you know, my brother and I, we would do that, but some days it'd just be way too fucking hot, and we didn't want to go out there, and the animals didn't need to be fed. I mean, the horse is not going to eat all that fucking hay in one fucking day. That's just the bottom line. So, my brother and I, we were bored. We couldn't drive. You know, we're still little kids. We didn't feel like going to town because it was so flipping hot. And my grandma had like an old ass car with no AC, so it wasn't going to really work out all that well. So we decided, hey, let's just stay in and play GM mode. And we played SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 GM mode, non-flipping stop. We just played that game until we couldn't play it anymore. It was amazing. That game always has my heart. So the GM mode aspect of it all, man. I remember my brother. He was like the hugest Bret Hart fan. Like, he was like huge with Bret Hart when it came down to the video game. And he wanted to make sure Bret Hart was the champion. Like, Bret Hart was always going to be the champion. And so one night he was trying to beat me in ratings. So he did like a 6-man elimination match. And all of a sudden, freaking Paul London, out of all fucks in the world, became, you know, the champion. And my brother booked Paul London in like 5 straight motherfucking matches just to get the title off of him. And he finally lost after he got injured. Oh, it was funny. He was out for at least like 2 years, something like that. So there you have it. But anyways, thank you guys very much for coming in and enjoying my Night of Champions review, and as well as asking me questions for the Q&A. If you guys want to ask me more questions for next Q&A, this Wednesday on my channel with Aisha and Weston, we'll be answering your guys' questions. If you guys like me and you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for more wrestling, football, and whatever content I produce on this channel. Make sure you guys give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Check me out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/ChaseOliver68, and Twitter @ChaseOliver68. Give me a follow. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this long review. Well, actually, the review is like 30 minutes, but the Q&A afterwards. Hope you guys enjoyed the review / Q&A. See you all next time. Enjoy your day. Peace.